If I go back even 5 or 6 years, a distributor was a distributor, a manufacturer was a manufacturer, a wholesaler was a wholesaler, and a retailer was a retailer. And we didn't really see a lot of crossover in those lines of business. All of that's starting to change. When I start to think about B2B functionality, we start talking about things like punch-out catalogs, having products represented in a distributor's catalog, for example, or a wholesaler's catalog. I think about the B2B buying cycle. I think about purchase orders, for example, as a method of payment versus putting a credit card in. Those are truly, that's how I would truly characterize a B2B site. When you are conducting business with another business in a B2C fashion, that's a whole nother scenario. That's what we would characterize as B2C functionality. If I'm doing transactions, if I'm treating another business as a consumer, meaning they come to my site, they look at a product page, they put a product into a shopping cart, they apply taxes and shipping, and we fulfill it. That is a standard, what we call B2C scenario, business to consumer, even if that consumer is a business. Where there's confusion is technically a business to business organization is actually conducting business in a B2C way. If I go back even 5 or 6 years, a distributor was a distributor, a manufacturer was a manufacturer, a wholesaler was a wholesaler, and a retailer was a retailer. And we didn't really see a lot of crossover in those lines of business. All of that's starting to change. These days, it's very common for me to talk to a distributor who's doing some level of manufacturing. They've probably got distribution centers, the idea of DCs. They probably have multiple suppliers, probably hundreds, which they source product from. They use third-party logistics providers to maybe sell in other countries. They may be selling direct to consumer through a website. If they're not doing it, they're probably thinking about it. And they are probably considering marketplace as well if they're not doing it already. So think Amazon, Walmart, or any host of marketplaces that are specific to the business or the product that they're selling. So as you can kind of see, we deal with some pretty complex scenarios, but we really need to get under the covers to determine who your end customer really is and not get so hung up on the terms B2B versus B2C.